Whenever I talk to people about how close I am with my neighbors, they usually tell me that they don't even speak to their neighbors. To me, that's unfathomable. My neighbors are literally my best friends, and seriously, I see some of them as second mothers and second fathers to me. So to not even speak to your neighbors, I just can't relate to it. Do you even speak to your neighbors? Clearly I do. And because of it, the best family tradition I know is one in which we have to expand the definition of family. And this is it. Every December, a few days before Christmas, my neighborhood, my family, has what we call the progressive dinner. It's a 3-course dinner, and one course takes place at each of the 3 houses. And it rotates every year which course goes with which house. But on my favorite years, the evening starts out around 6:15 p.m. with us walking across the street to the Ibarando's house for appetizers. When I get to the door, I take a big whiff. I can smell the pigs in the blanket already. If by the time we're done with appetizers, we don't feel like we've already eaten a week's worth of dinner, we're lucky, because dinner is yet to come. At around 7:15, 7:30, so after about an hour, we're ready to move on to dinner. So we walk back across the street to my house. And again, when I get to the door, I take a big whiff. And I know, we're feasting tonight. I may not know what my mom or my sisters have prepared, but I know it's going to be good, and I know there's going to be way too much, and oh boy, is it good. And oh boy, is there way too much. Because by the end of dinner, we're all trying to loosen our belts, give our stomachs some room to breathe because they need some room. But luckily, as my mom always says, there are no calories during Christmas time. Once we're done with dinner, after about another hour, at around 8:30, maybe as late as 9 o'clock, if we can muster the strength, we'll get up out of our seats, stretch our backs a little, and we'll hobble over to the best part, dessert at the Petty's house. When we walk in the door, an aroma that can only be described as the closest thing to heaven on earth greets us. And sitting there on the tables are cookies and cupcakes, cake and ice cream, chocolate, vanilla, red velvet, peppermint, gingerbread, hot chocolate, everything you could ever want, and so much more. And I don't know what happens. I think I grow a second stomach or something because I do not save room for dessert, but oh boy, do I eat dessert. And then, once we're done with dessert, we go into the living room for the main attraction, the White Elephant gift exchange. This thing is the craziest gift exchange ever. There's screaming and crying, there's laughing and singing, wrapping paper is thrown this way and that, insults are thrown left and right. It's the wildest, the rudest, the most entertaining gift exchange I have ever had the pleasure of being a part of. At the end of the night, 3 houses have been trashed, 3 courses have been devoured, and 13 plus bellies have been more than satisfied. The progressive dinner is no ordinary family dinner. Instead, it's one that takes 3 families and unites them as one. And instead, it's one that shows truly, sometimes the best family traditions require that you expand the definition of family. So please, talk to your neighbors. It's the best decision my family ever made.